Thank you. Thank you so much. My name's Jody Hice. I represent the 10th District of Georgia. My background is a pastor for 25 years and a conservative radio talk show host for 12. I'll never forget the first church I ever pastored. I was there preaching my trial sermon, and afterwards an elderly deacon came up and said, "Jody, you're going to do fine if you remember the 5 B's." And in great anticipation, I was awaiting as he said, "Be brief, brother, be brief." So I promise to do that with you here this evening. I think some of the greatest character qualities that we all appreciate are things like dedication, respect, and service. This past year, I've had the great honor to meet some of the most outstanding people in our country. And I tell you, there's none that are dedicated to the American dream more worthy of our mutual respect than our men and women in uniform, the veterans. We have a tremendous debt of gratitude that we owe to them. These returning heroes are now living legacies of our liberty, and the sacrifices that they've endured have been remarkable. Things as small as birthdays and barbecues, but many greater sacrifices like missing the first steps of their children or even the last breath of their parents or loved ones, all while defending us from tyranny and aggression. There are so many issues now facing our veterans. I'll mention just a couple of them. But these war fighters coming home to the United States, many of them having lost limbs, facing physical scars that will be with them for the rest of their lives. Many of them experiencing PTSDs with scars that you and I will never see that they carry. I was very honored to support the Clay Hunt Save Act, which directs the VA to provide detailed reports to them regarding mental health and suicide prevention programs. Folks, it is a major issue, the mental health issues facing our veterans, and we must provide them with the best mental health care that we can with all that they have done for us. Another big issue, our returning heroes come often to find themselves waiting in long lines just to get health care. And it's disgraceful, particularly in light of the fact that the VA itself has gone through one scandal after another, after another, after another. In my home state of Georgia, we have over 400,000 veterans who are having to wait over 30 days just to see a medical provider and to get help for them. These individuals have proven on the battlefield to be among our bravest and among our best, and we certainly owe it to them to take care of it. And all of this, while the Obama administration has done absolutely little to nothing to step in the gap to help, but I can say certainly that the House has stepped in and has done quite a bit. Did you know, just as an example, 2014, the VA gave out over $142 million in bonuses while our veterans are waiting in line trying to get health care. It's just unbelievable. So among some of the things that we've been able to pass in the House are bills, legislation that holds the VA more accountable and provides the possibility for them to fire bad actors at the VA. We've also passed legislation that helps us be able to track poor performers at the VA. Personally, I've put forth a bill, the Federal Employee Accountability Act, which do you know we have federal union workers, for example, that go to work at the VA. We now have over 200 of these in the VA alone, hired to help our veterans, but they spend 100% of their time doing union work on the back of taxpayers and at the expense of our veterans. So we've put forth some legislation to try to address that problem. We've been doing much. Listen, we can never repay our veterans for what they've done to us. We can help by going to Veterans Day parades or sending packages to them or just merely saying thank you, but we can never repay them fully for what they've done and the sacrifices that they've made. But friends, I tell you what, we would not be here tonight if it were not for our veterans. Now is a time for us. Now is the time for us to show our dedication, our respect, our service to them, and give the veterans what they deserve. Thank you so much. God bless you, and keep the torch ablaze.